Very happy to see all of you. Here in this video lecture, we will discuss about the phylum, characters, especially coelentrates. As you may know that coelentrates possess the coelom, that is termed to be the body cavity. Let's see the general characters, and then at last you must know about the animals which are present under the phylum Coelenterata, and then at last we will see about alternation of generation. As usual, at the end of the chapter we will discuss about the Neet questions which are already asked in this portion. Here coelentrates from Amirtha Institute. Here you can see the general characters. These coelentrates are aquatic, marine, and also sessile or free swimming animals. They are actually radially symmetrical organisms. Here at the end of all the session of phylum characters, I will give you a short list. On that, we can keep in memory of those animals which are related to each phylum, because that is very essential. As this chapter is a very vast subject, you must be very particular about the organisms that and their group. That can be easily memorable in your mind. At the end of the whole chapter, I will give you the tricks how to remember this animal kingdom. Okay, this is radially symmetrical organism. That means you can, if you cut in any plane, that the organism will be divided into two equal parts. Here you can see this is one structure of coelentrates. Here this animal was divided in this plane, then it will be divided into two equal parts, or in this plane then two parts. So coelentrates, phylum Porifera, all of the animals belong to this phylum possess radially symmetrical. This is the very basic structure. Those animals who are exhibiting the radially symmetrical character will also possess diploplastic character. That is, diploplastic means ectoderm and endoderm will be there, but there is no mesoderm. So coelentrates, protozoa, porifera and coelentrates belong to radially symmetrical animals, and other than that, after that all the animals will exhibit bilateral symmetry. Here this cnidaria is derived from the cnidoblast or cnidocytes, which contain the stinging capsules, nematocytes. Yes, this is the very important feature with respect to coelentrates. If you speak about porifera, the special feature is water canal system. Similarly, if you speak about coelentrates, the nematocyst is the very important character that need to be discussed very deeply in the coelentrates group. Here this picture can illustrate you very better for the nematocyst. Here this is the organism. These coelentrates are otherwise called as cnidarians, cnidarians. That is, cnidarians are because this possess cnidoblast or nematocyst. Therefore, they are called cnidarians. So, other name of coelentrate you must know, because the question may be asked by using cnidarians. The phylum cnidarians possess which of the animal, like that they can ask. So you must know the other names. Here, what is the use of nematocyst? Nematocyst will help the organism to capture the prey and inject the poison into the prey so that the poison cannot move to other place. For that purpose, it is using the nematocyst. Here the nematocyst is stored within the organism. During nematocyst firing, what is happening? The stored nematocyst thread-like opening will be opened. As a result, this will inject the poison towards the prey. This is the function of nematocyst or cnidoblast. Okay. Now we will see about the general characters. Here cnidoblast is used for defense as well as capture of prey and anchorage. Here now these organisms enter into the next level of organization, that is tissue level of organization. We already saw the lower organism Porifera phylum. That Porifera phylum exhibit a cellular grade of organization, and now the coelentrates exhibit tissue level of organization. And the next group, that is Platyhelminthes or Aschelminthes, will exhibit organ level of organization. This is the stage-wise development among the animal kingdom. Okay. Tissue level of organization, and then they are diploblastic, that I already discussed. They have a central gastrovascular cavity with a single opening mouth. That is this is the essential feature. Gastrovascular cavity means that is a body cavity, right? Many coelentrates exhibit polymorphism. That is, the organism will exist in many forms, especially two important forms here. One is polyp and the another one is medusa. Here now we will see the slide of polyp and medusa. This structure is polyp. Here you can see a jar like thing. Here this structure is called medusa. These are all the two important forms of coelentrates. The coelentrates will be present in either one of the form. This polyp structure is cylindrical form, as here. The example is Hydra and Adamsia. And the medusa, that will look like an umbrella. Here this is medusa structure. This is look like an umbrella. That is why this is termed to be medusa. Okay. Umbrella shaped. Especially you can see the jellyfish which always in the form of medusa. The scientific name of jellyfish is Aurelia. Right. This structure is termed to be polyp, and the next structure, this is medusa. One is cylindrical form and another one is umbrella shaped. Let's see the other characters. Here the corals belong to this type of coelentrates. Here the corals mainly made up of calcium carbonate. This is coral. This is mainly made up of calcium carbonate, CO3. This will appear in different forms. If you keep out of the water and in the land, then it will become dry. It will look like a white color thing, that is especially like a calcium. Now we will see about the metagenesis. This is nothing but alternation of generation between polyp structure as well as medusa. Here asexually polyp will transform into medusa by means of asexual reproduction, and medusa to polyp by sexual type of reproduction. Example for medusa to polyp is Obelia. In which organism the metagenesis will happen? Obelia. This is very important. Now see, this is the Medusa stage. Here in this stage they will produce sperms and also eggs. Both of them fuse result in the formation of zygote. The zygote will develop into the larva. Here larva. This larva and then develop into a cylindrical shaped polyp. After budding means a portion of the polyp will get detached from the polyp and fall down. That will generate into another organism, that is termed to be budding or fragmentation. After budding, that portion will develop into the young medusa and then will reach the maturity stage. This is the alternation of generation between medusa to polyp, polyp to medusa. This will happen in case of Lobelia or hydra. So, what the question can be asked, the metagenesis is happened in, that is Lobelia or hydra. Now we will see about the different classes of coelentrates, different types of coelentrates. There are three types. One is hydrozoa, next one is xiphozoa, and the third one is anthozoa. These structures are very important. Now you can understand the metagenesis is happening over in hydrozoa only, whereas in xiphozoa, anthozoa, there will be no transformation from polyp to medusa, because that both of them will exhibit any one of the form. There will be no alternation of generation between polyp to medusa or medusa to polyp, because xiphozoa will always remain in the medusa structure, that is permanent. Example, jellyfish, Aurelia. And another one is anthozoa. Here the polyp structure is permanent. There will be no transformation to from polyp to medusa or medusa to polyp. Only polyp structure. Anthozoa, AP, SM. SM in xiphozoa, medusa. Anthozoa, polyp. But hydrozoa can present in both form, polyp as well as medusa. That we already saw in the metagenesis. Here, alternation of generation between medusa to polyp. This will happening in Lobelia and hydra only, because both of them are the members of hydrozoa here. Whereas in anthozoa, corals and sea anemone, these are all the examples of anthozoa. They will exhibit only in the polyp structure, that is cylindrical form. Now we will see the various organisms which are present under the coelentrates group. This is the Physalia. Physalia, the other name is Portuguese man of war. This will look like this. You just remember the names, because in sometimes the Neet question can be asked, find the organism and choose the group which belongs to. Like that they can ask the question. You just remember Physalia is the Portuguese man of war. This belongs to coelentrates. And the next one is Adamsia. Adamsia means nothing but sea anemone, which is an example for anthozoa. Anthozoa example is coral and sea anemone. So this is sea anemone. And the next one is sea pen. Penatula. It is looking like a pen. Here see, this is looking like a pen. So it is called sea pen. It will live in the sea. The name is Penatula. And the another one we will see about the fan. That is look like a fan itself. See, this is a sea fan. Gorgonia is the scientific name. And the next one is brine coral, because this is looking like a brine. The scientific name is Meandrina. So you must remember the names or animals which belong to the coelentrates. Right. Now we will see, this is hydra. The adult hydra was amputated, that is divided, cut down into two portions. Each portion grows and attain the normal adult stage. See, this is the power of regeneration in hydra. This power of regeneration is associated with a planaria that we will see in the platyhelminthes, but you just know planaria and hydra has regeneration power, fragmentation or budding disease. They can regenerate into the adult one. Any portion of the body can regenerate into the adult organism. That is very important character of hydra. And more than that, they have nerve cells, but there is no brain or nervous system. System is not there, but there are the nerve cells are there, which help them for this regeneration capacity in hydra. Okay. Now we will discuss with the Neet questions which are already asked in this portion, coelentrates. I hope I have summarized the CBSE books concepts as well as your metric concepts. In addition, I have seen the concepts which are already discussed in this portion. So these concepts are more than enough. Now let's we discuss with the questions. What is the special character of coelentrates? Yes, for porifera water canal system, here coelentrates nematocyst is the important character. You are right. Point out the non-parasite. Let's have see. Tapeworm. This is Taenia solium. We will discuss later. We will come across the next phylum platyhelminthes. And then mosquito. This is also a parasite. Leech. This is also a parasite. So which is not the parasite? Sea anemone, which is the member of coelentrates. And then radially symmetrical is usually associated with what? Very good question. Aquatic mode or a lower grade of organization, creeping mode of locomotion, sedentary mode of life. Which one is right? Here lower grade of organization is correct, because in case of porifera, coelenterata, and the next will come ctenophora. That will be not in your state board syllabus but in the CBSE syllabus. And after that, all animals, platyhelminthes, annelid, arthropoda, mollusca, echinodermata, so and so, possess something higher range of organization. For example, they have exhibited diploblastic character. Porifera, these coelentrates will come up to the diploblastic, radially symmetrical. The next level, platyhelminthes will exhibit bilateral symmetry and also triploblastic animal. That is somewhat or one step advanced from the previous one. So radial symmetrical is always associated with lower grade group of organism. The higher group of organism will exhibit bilateral symmetry. Next, which one of the following animals possess nerve cells but no nerves or brain? This thing I already discussed with you. That is, answer is hydra. This regeneration power is due to the presence of nerve cells, but there is no nervous system. Budding mode of sexual reproduction, asexual reproduction is seen in. Here what is the answer? In sponges, fragmentation is there, budding. Hydra, budding is there. Then what is the answer? Hydra and sponges. Then the next question, jellyfishers belong to which class? That is Arilla. That belong to which class? Zyphosova. Zyphosova, Hydrosova, Anthosova. Jellyfish belong to Zyphosova. Hydrosova example Hydra, Obelia, and Anthosova example is corals and sea anemones. You should keep in your mind the examples of other animals. you just see the video twice or thrice, so that the animal name will be remembered in your mind. If you like this video, if you want me to host more videos, please subscribe the button given below, and also click the bell symbol, so that if I host the new video, then it will be discussed in your slide very easily. Thank you.